Hello and welcome to another edition of Local Yokel. And I'm in the old Miami bar, and the stage here, you got a view of the pool table. A lot of people before me have signed in, so I'm looking for a good spot here. What do we got? That'll work. Right next to the seat belts. Yeah, a lot of good local bands perform. It's pretty active. They have a church nearby. May peace prevail on earth. Yeah, what a concept. And nowadays, yeah, find us on Facebook. That's how they do. All right, well, a lot of people deck out their bikes now, too. This is the top shelf stuff they got going here. And I don't know what all that is. There's a story, some kind of mythology behind all that. Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. I think they got it covered. Honest John's. Yeah, looks like they're decorated for Halloween. Yeah, safety first. Blue light and a red light district in there. I don't know what. Here in a space rocket. It's a diner. That's great neon. Yeah, this is the lower Cass corridor. Some people would say, oh, you got to call it District Detroit. Well, not really. Now, if you're good on your feet and got a good sense of balance, those scooters are good. Just don't hit any rough patches in the road or anything. That would pose a problem. And wear your seatbelt. Or at least a helmet. For heaven's sakes, be careful. Well, a lot of people are into the Halloween decorations, so that started up, which is great. That's, school starts, you get the football season, and then boom, start getting in the scary month, October. The whole month, scary month. And costumes and all that kind of stuff. Hey, well, this was Thursday night, and this was game 4, and, yeah, Cleveland got a 2-run homer, and, they flipped the script on us. But, yeah, this was Thursday, October 10th. Cass Tech had a football game. It was early. This is where I parked. I like those smokestacks. And free parking over here. There's 9 decks of this. The roof is the 9th floor, but free parking or self-parking, either or, it works. Because you don't have to waste money. Here, game over, final. So the series is now tied at 2 games apiece, and it's going to go back to Cleveland for game 5, the decisive game. And the weather was, it was like prime time. It was ready for a party, celebration and all that. It was not to be, because, boy, this would have been something, certainly, if... Oh, and then the Red Wing game, the home opener, so that wasn't off to a good start there either. Oh, well, sports isn't everything. There's more to life than sports. But, there's the Motor City Casino Hotel. There's the casino itself. And They have a place called the Soundboard in there. I guess Donald visited and had a meeting. Here's self-parking. So, anyways, I'm going to pick up my two friends. Here's their... they got a free towel, Unleashed. So, yeah, the Tigers didn't win. Still a good time, you know. Wait till next year kind of thing. Hey, they're all lined up. The next morning, it was like, holy cow, what's going down here? Well, they're going to do some work on the utility poles to clear branches and the like. Ooh, did you see that thing that showed up on my message? Oh, and then, well, this is going to be I'm monitoring the Major League action and the schedule and all that. So Game 5, but they moved it up from 8:08 to 1:08 because of the impending weather. Here they're doing some work back there, so you can hardly see the forest through the trees or the worker through the trees, but yeah, a little tree trimming going down here. Now, the very top lines are Detroit Edison, and then the lower lines are shared by the cable companies and AT&T, Michigan Bell, whatever. Does anyone still have a landline? I'm thinking of just trimming it. So this is running to the back of my house. But Edison, or the construction, the contractors were only concerned with the power lines. It didn't seem like they much cared for the cable lines. They could have done both at the same time and then billed a little bit to the cable companies, but oh well. Here's a flower update. It's getting near the end of the season. We're going to have a frost pretty soon. Look at this extension. This is like way up there. You have to have a good eye. But yeah.
Republican members of Congress.
All right, let's take a look at the standings here. Dearborn Heights, Annapolis, their record here is 0-5, but they're playing Melvindale, also 0-5. And then the Downriver League, I was looking at the standings here. And Edsel Ford, my alma mater. So I'm planning this out. I want to do a Friday night football doubleheader here, 2 games. All in one evening. And I'm going to start here at, for the Annapolis. This used to be a church, but it's been repurposed. I like the stained glass. And I should remember the name of the church, but Alzheimer's is setting in. I've seen it many a times, but anyways, Charlie Churcop Field. There's the Cougars. And this will be the first game. The Annapolis Cougars will be hosting the Melvindale Cardinals. And under 5 minutes to kick off, right where the Star is in South Dearborn Heights. My home is on the west side of Telegraph, which I believe that whole area, west of Telegraph, is part of the Westwood School District, where this is District 7.
railing in front of the track. We're going to ask everyone to please.
All right, game on. Friday night football, and yeah, you get the flight path of the planes as they make their approach to Detroit Metro. DTW, one of the best airports in all the land. We're getting ready for kickoff.
Penalty against Melvindale results in a Annapolis first down.
He does.
Yeah, both teams here are looking for their first victory of the year, so it was a struggle at the start here, but the Cougars are on the move. They're in the dark jerseys. The Melvindale Cardinals are in the white jerseys. There were a lot of penalties in this game. The refs were calling it tight to the vest, as they say. So 6:43 left here in the first quarter. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Cougars take the early lead. They draw first blood, if I can use like that Halloween type thing, but 'tis the season. They kick it out of bounds. That's a penalty. Okay, the moon 62.8, and it's waxing. It's en route to a full moon, so it's off yonder there. Camcorder has a little trouble sometimes focusing. It depends on what time of evening it is. Back to the game.
Number 14, Allen on the run. Touchdown number 8, Matt Brown.
Well, the Cardinals punch it in for a score of their own, and pending the outcome of the extra point attempt, we'll see where we're at. The cheerleaders off yonder, they have different colored pom-poms. Oh, they're going for 2.
Two-point conversion pass was completed.
Oh, no good. So the Cougars have the 1-point lead. All right, the ensuing kickoff.
Number 19, Bradford Edsel Jr. Cougars first and 10 from the 25.
Pretty decent punter there. That's a couple that went for distance, but a nice return. But a penalty.
Fumble on the play. The time has expired. Signaling the end of the first.
Yeah, and that's the end of the first quarter. Strike up the band. Let's do it.
Again at the bottom of the pile.
Okay, the start of the second quarter. Oh, but look, Dearborn Heights Annapolis has a marching band. Awesome. And I love that. I have to get the actual attendance of the school, but I think Annapolis has an enrollment of around 700, somewhere around there. Dearborn Fordson has an enrollment of 2,384 students, and as far as I know, they don't have a marching band. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, so Dearborn should, sure there's enough musically inclined people or students. There's a hanky on the play. Going in for another score. And punched it in for the Cardinals, up 12-7. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion again. And it is successful, so they're up by 7. Here's the concessions. This is always part of the Friday night football experience also. You have to look at the menu for the softball team, I guess, the proceeds. But Dearborn Heights police were on hand. Nobody got out of hand, which was good. This is Party School. It's an elementary school. So they learn their ABCs here, which is cool. But yeah, the high school's a little bit further down Annapolis, a little bit more eastbound. But there's a second game. I have promised a doubleheader, and I will deliver on that promise. So some before the half footage here. Oh, they have the ball on the 15. We're all proud to be American. There's a decent crowd on hand. The week prior, so it would have been October 4th, was the homecoming. And Annapolis has a kick-ass homecoming parade, which Melvindale has a kick-ass homecoming parade too. They both have them before the game. I was told 4 o'clock is the parade, and then the game doesn't start till 7. So there's a little time difference between the parade and the game, but yeah, Melvindale scored again. It's up, but it's no good. There was a loose football. It was like right there. Could have been a souvenir, but yeah, that will make the score 20-7 with a little time left in the second quarter. Okay, so fire up the Mavericks. So I'm going to go from Annapolis High School to where that red dot is, or the pinpoint. And here we are from afar, but there's the hometown stands. And I went to Edsel Ford. This is my alma mater, and nothing's changed. It was a great high school back then, and it still is, very much so. It's probably gotten even better. I have heard many a time it's the best in all the land. But I might be slightly biased. You can allow me a little of that. But anyways, here, what's the score? The Thunderbirds up 12, and they're playing the Taylor Griffins.
And it is good. With 7 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
13-6. All right. Here are the concessions here. Hot dog, $3. Pickles you can get for $1. There was no lines either. You could see all the candy on display too. I wasn't hungry, otherwise I probably would have taken a stab at something. But the souvenir place, the swag or the apparel, I like these neon down markers. You can see it for miles around. Okay, the Griffins have the ball. They're in the white jerseys. Wow, that was a good catch.
Touchdown, Griffins. 7-yard touchdown.
The Taylor Griffins just scored. This is the only high school in Taylor now. At one time they had 3 high schools in Taylor. All right, 13-12. Oh, well, that's where the Griffins took the lead on the 2-point conversion. 14-13. The guest is... Now check out Edsel Ford High School, their marching band. They probably did a halftime show. Then they have cheerleaders, too. I don't think Fortson has cheerleaders either. I don't know what's going on over there. A school that big should have programs and everything that's offered, you would think. But just saying. But back to the game.
Penalty results in an automatic Thunderbird first down. Taken by your very own number 12, Ubaid Abdul-Rahim.
How about that? It's like tit for tat. They fought back. Look at this. They're going for 2. It was not to be. So, Thunderbirds 19. The Griffins 14. Both these teams are in the Downriver League. All right, so this is the end of the third quarter. And don't touch that dial or touch that remote. Oh, yeah, strike up the band. Yeah, I started this show up years ago, this Friday Night Football, to showcase high school games, which are a lot of fun. I think there's so many layers of entertainment. It's just not the football game, it's the venue. Look here, if you wanted to run down the track, jump a hurdle, jump another hurdle, stick the pole in there, and then you could fly over the bar if you're into that pole vault type thing. But all right. I'm on the Taylor side of the field right now. And, someone's hurt. Now take a closer look here at this turf. This was replaced a few years ago. All right, 4th down, yeah. There's like little rubber pieces in there too. Are you kidding me? Okay, and then they get the 2-point conversion. So they go up 22-19. What gives? And this is back and forth. A good band. Yes, you are watching Friday Night Football here at Edsel Ford High School. We're in the fourth quarter. It's a barn burner.
Penalty result.
Scamper by number 12. I don't have a program. They don't seem to hand those out anymore. But, yeah, you'll just have to figure it out on your own. Can the T-Birds score? All right, varsity football. Here's the numbers. Yeah, you need the guy that's working the chain gang to follow along here. But, yeah, he's got it on his sweatshirt, the lineup. All right, can they score? They need a score. That was a nice catch. It's up and it's good, yes. And so 26, 22. Yeah, this was a downriver clash meeting here. And, yeah, we'll take a look at the standings a little bit later in this program, and we'll see where the teams are at. This was week number 7 in the regular season out of 9 weeks total, and then there will be 5 weeks of playoffs if you can run it to the very end, culminating at games at Ford Field in downtown. Hey, nice defensive play. Yeah, sometimes I think these bands, they have too much fun. Somebody should should check into that. And, ooh, that was a tough hit there. Yeah. They're having a good old time. So, yeah, it's more than just a football game. There's the band, the cheerleaders, the student section, the alumni, the fans, the referees, the food. There's always something different with the venue. No two sports venues are alike. With the opponent, yeah, there's a lot of layers. And for me, it was free because I'm a senior citizen. I couldn't beat the price even if I wanted to. Well, they'd have to pay me to attend, but that's not an issue. This is, yeah, that's one of the benefits of getting older. So you got something to look forward to, you youngins. You get discounts when you get older. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing, though. I don't want to get old. All right, they're trying to run the clock down as best they can. Taylor has one timeout left. They need to get the ball back.
Handoff by number 33, Austin Kennedy.
All right, I think that's their last one.
Handoff taken by Solomon. Brought down in the backfield. 4th and 12.
The T-Birds are going to punt. This was a tense game. It was back and forth. It was like whoever had the ball last kind of thing, but there's not much time. 32.4 left.
He's going to bring up second. Quarterback snap. Quarterback sack by number 72, A.J. Herrera.
Time for, they're going to put 1 second back on. Time for one more play, a Hail Mary.
Intercepted by number 3, Hussein Abdullah, and that'll seal the game for your Edsel Ford Thunderbirds. The final score here at Edsel Ford Field. The Griffins 22.
All righty then, the Thunderbirds prevail. How about it? This is the way it was October 11th. Shortly after 9:19 thereabouts. The refs, good game. It's Miller time. God, Miller time for these guys too. No, they're not old enough yet. I shouldn't say that. But they can get excited. They won a game here. Why not? That'll make them 3-4. If they win 2 more games, I mean, it's automatic if you win 6 games, 6-3. But a lot of teams make it at 5-4. So they win their last 2, but they have some tougher opponents. Oh, I'm waiting for the band to see what they do, kind of got the idea they do a little procession thing, and sure enough, here we go. Auxiliary band equipment, and yeah, I'm going to follow them down yonder all their way back. Watch your step. You don't want to twist an ankle. The tennis courts are to your right. They're having too much fun. I think somebody is going to need to look into this, figure out what's going on. But yeah, I'm like a band groupie. These bands do it up, and they bring a lot of excitement to a football game. In some cases, I think it's the band that, they're on par with the football game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at all the apparatus they have. They were rolling all this stuff. They put on the production. I missed the halftime show, but I bet it was a big to-do. So, as Arnold would say, I'll be back. Probably not this year, because we're getting close to the playoffs. There's a lot of key matchups coming up. Fordson goes to Belleville in week number 8. That should be a powerhouse thing. Good. Belleville's like the best team in the state, so Fordson will have their hands full. They'll have to bring their A game. Did I mention Fordson? I don't think they have a marching band. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't think they have cheerleaders either. What's up with Fordson? The Thunderbirds do. Yes, indeedy. I'm proud of my school, as everybody should be proud. All right, here we go. DET.com. And then Halloween decorations. I'll have to go back down this block. Check this out. That was just one house, but there were like 5 or 6 houses on that block. So yeah, it used to be as kids, our parents would throw us in the car and we'd look at Christmas decorations, but now you can do that for Halloween decorations. All right, so then that was Friday night. It was a big weekend, I got the roasting pan out. This is after the Lions game, which was a great victory by the Lions. They just spanked Dallas. That was classic. So Detroit is the big D. Here, though, at Aldi, they're selling these things now that it's got back into the fall season. So you get a seasoning packet, the beef, and the vegetables. So $3.50. So pay no attention to the stove. I know it's it's functional. All right. I got this streaming type thing, and then it came up that it had these 2-for-1 things. So one of them was Sunday Night Football, and the other one was the first game of the National League Championship Series. Oh, she belts out that tune. All right, so I add more than just the vegetables. I chopped up some more onions and some peppers, then put some more carrots in there. Just the roast was $10.99 at Aldi for the beef. I think the pork was $8.99. Pork's cheaper. Anyways, that was the football game. Then I added potatoes. Some more potatoes. I'm going to fill this thing up. Then bouillon cubes. They were seasoning, but because I was adding all this extra stuff, I put in 4 bouillons. Then I put some black pepper. I put mushrooms and peas. And then they tell you 3 to 4 hours at $3.50. So then I let it just chill and just rendering. But then, yeah, that was I chowed down. And the Lions won. Unfortunately, we had that injury. Dearborn beat Livonia Stevenson. These are the results from Week 7 for the local teams. Advanced Tech Academy, they beat Lutheran Western. Divine Child lost to Toledo St. Francis. And we saw Edsel Ford and Taylor. We saw that game. Fortson won big. Annapolis, we saw them score their first touchdown in that game, but then 40 unanswered points. Crestwood lost and Robichaud lost. Dearborn Heights Robichaud probably would be my home team. I'm in the Westwood district, so I'm on the west side of Telegraph. Here, after 7 weeks, Fortson and Advanced Tech 5-2. Divine Child, Crestwood, Robichaud 4-3. That's just my standings that I had there. But all right, looking at the Downriver League, there's going to be a battle this week. Gibraltar Carlson goes to Allen Park, and they're going to duke it out for the league championship. But watch out for Trenton. Trenton beat both those teams. That's the team that I think is going to do well in the playoffs. Anyways, I updated the Lions thing. They spanked Dallas 47-9. Yeah, big game next week. So this is just a little studio setup I have. Nothing fancy. It's like grassroots. This is old school dinosaur type stuff. So low budget, yes indeedy. Kensington Lakes, the East Division. This is where Fortson and Dearborn. There's a West Division. They'll play an opponent in Week 9 from the West Division. So Belleville, top of the standings, 6-0, and Fortson there. I think I had them there at 5-2. Yeah. All right. Detroit Grand Prix. Oh, I'm going to talk about this article. I'm going to read this. This came out on Thursday, the day the Tigers were playing, or they were hosting Cleveland. And Donald Trump came to town to just bash Detroit just before the Tiger game. Lovely. This is a big cottonwood tree in my neighbor's backyard. I'll give you a flower update, but it's getting near the end of the season. I'm afraid the first frost, which should be coming pretty soon, will just knock these guys out. But not to worry. I'm going to clip the bulbs, and next year I'll use the seeds. So got tons of flowers this year. They are just going ballistic. They get a lot of sun in the backyard. Here's the WOW cable box, and I was saying I just got that streaming hooked up. They say cut the cable, but you need that coax cable from the back of from the telephone poles. You still need that to come into your house and make it to your modem. So it's not cutting the cable entirely. Here is the lines for the Detroit Edison, the ones up on top. And then the lower lines, it's either WOW or Comcast. Then in the middle is AT&T, and then the lower one might be WOW. So I think they have to be concerned with the maintenance of their own lines. Then there's vines and other things growing up around the cable and landlines. The contractors were only worried what affected Edison. It seems to me they should have worked it out where they took care of the whole situation in one fell swoop. Here's a Spirit Airlines plane. I like the bright yellow. A lot of people complain about things being in their backyard, and it's like, yeah, when they do that, I like to say, oh, but there's planes that fly right over my house. I got to deal with the noise. Here, look at the neighbor's got a nice evergreen, and you just lop it off about 10 feet down. Oh, that'd be a great Christmas tree. Anyways, I got up this Monday morning when I'm doing this voiceover. This is Monday, October 14th, but they're still doing the tree trimming and the cutting. They have the big tree stripper, whatever, out front. This is my equipment. I go with a DVD recorder. So I got to put a DVD into this thing, and I go right from my camcorder and record onto this DVD disc. People, there we go. We're going to be okay. It takes 15 seconds to load. This is my little monitor. I brought this back out because the big TV monitor here, I can't figure out the input, or I haven't tried yet. This streaming, there's a learning curve, and there certainly is for that. I probably could use the help of a young whippersnapper to say, yeah, that stuff's easy. Oh, well, that was the end of the video. So, yeah, I can press stop. And I got 6 minutes to go to round out the top of the hour. So I didn't have any more video. I sure would have if the Tigers had won and whatnot. But, yeah, it's a bittersweet weekend. The Lions won, but the injury, yeah. Okay, but what I wanted to talk about was this lousy thing. While I was down there trying to enjoy Detroit and their playoff run on that Thursday evening, they ended up losing. But I guess apparently earlier in the afternoon, Trump, let me read this article. This was a Free Press article written by Todd Spangler and Clara Hendrickson. This was back reported Thursday at 5:07 p.m. So it says here, I'll quote them and then I'll interject here and there. But it says Republican former President Donald Trump speaking Thursday to the Detroit Economic Club at the Motor City Casino bashed Michigan's largest city at a time when longtime residents and many national commentators alike considered Detroit to be on an upswing. In a long, rambling speech, Trump went on at length about the threat he believed is posed to the U.S. if Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee, is elected in the November 5th general election. At one point, after talking about trade, he veered into comments about the U.S. and its alliance with European countries in NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and what they contribute to the group. He then abruptly said he didn't think that concern would be high on her list, referring to Harris. And then this is the big quote here that we go that really got under everybody's skin. Donald apparently was not aware of this, but he goes on, "I don't think anything that we're talking about today is high on her list," Trump continued. "The whole country is going to be like, you want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands." And that was the end quote there, but lovely. And then the article goes, it says, he didn't mean it as a compliment either. Yeah, I certainly would not take that as a compliment. I mean, I'm kidding. He's in the city of Detroit at the I think it was the Soundboard. So it was an exclusive event. He's talking to the Detroit Economic Club. These are the movers, shakers, decision makers. These are the wealthy to do and the people that are making things happen in Detroit, but they're making money. And they're making their money in Detroit, a lot of them. This is the Detroit Economic Club. They might live in the suburbs, but they see what Detroit's doing. It's on an upswing. Yet he bashes Detroit in the city of Detroit. Unreal. Just freaking unreal. And it goes here that Trump then went on to say Harris destroyed San Francisco, where she served as district attorney, though he wasn't clear what he meant by that. While he didn't specifically explain what he meant in terms of Harris's effect on the U.S. and how it would be like Detroit, he did at various times during the speech argue that her policies would lead to open borders, increased crime and drug use, and the elimination of Michigan's manufacturing base. Oh, ain't that precious. The article goes on, during President Joe Biden's tenure, manufacturing has grown nationwide by about 6% and about 3% in Michigan from where it was when Trump took office. Illegal immigration, which was high through much of Biden's tenure, has recently fallen dramatically following the Biden administration toughening asylum rules. Keeps going on. I got about minute and a half. While the crowd didn't seem to react to Trump's remark about Detroit, some local and state leaders did. On the social media platform X, Michigan House Speaker Joe Tate of Detroit posted, "Donald Trump might not remember where he is right now, so here's a quick reminder about what Detroit's all about. This is the greatest city in the country, and we've bounced back after Trump killed our jobs, closed our businesses, and tried to throw out our votes. Detroit threw Trump out of the White House last time, and we'll do it again." After posting on social media, Detroit's Mayor Mike Duggan chided the former president and praised the city's progress. Quote, he goes, "Detroit just hosted the largest NFL draft in history. The Tigers are back in the playoffs. The Lions are headed to the Super Bowl. Crime is down, and our population is growing. Lots of cities should be like Detroit, and we did it all without Trump's help," quote unquote, I guess is how they put it. All right, well, I'll have to go on more about this later. But, folks, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be, and good night.